Hi everyone and welcome to our webinar. Today's webinar, we're talking about Cyber Essentials. What is Cyber Essentials and how businesses can benefit from it? My name is MJ, Senior Ethical Hacker at Manchester Cyber Resilience Centre. We're a non-for-profit organisation working in partnership with Greater Manchester Police and Manchester Digital Centre, aiming to protect small, medium-sized businesses against cybercrime. Today, I'm going to be speaking with Emma Green from Green CDL about Cyber Essentials. Emma, would you like to introduce yourself, please?
Yeah, thank you, MJ. I'm Emma Green from Green CDL. The CDL in Green CDL stands for Cyber Data Protection and Legal. It's broken down into three areas. We provide training. Historically, that's been face-to-face, but at the moment, obviously, we're doing more virtual sessions. And some e-learning, which we've actually won awards for. We provide consultancy. We help businesses understand and mitigate their risks from cyber attacks and data protection breaches. And we can provide legal services, so advice and support on compliance when things go wrong. My partner, John Green, he's a lawyer, so he can provide confidential advice. We also provide Cyber Essentials because we are a trusted partner of the Manchester Cyber Resilience Centre.
Excellent. Thank you, Emma. So what exactly is Cyber Essentials?
So Cyber Essentials is a government-backed scheme in association with the National Cyber Security Centre. It's designed to help businesses become more cyber secure, thus helping to prevent the most common cyber attacks that we see happening. It's important because vulnerability to simple attacks can mark you out as a target for more in-depth unwanted attention from cyber criminals and others. If those criminals see a way in, they'll exploit it. The majority of these attacks are simple, done with very little or no technical expertise, like yours, MJ. Quite often, it's really basic cyber security hygiene that would have prevented some common attacks.
True. How bad is cybercrime on businesses?
Well, I think since the start of the pandemic, cybercrime has risen 400%. The current cost of businesses is absolutely staggering, but it's difficult to give an accurate figure as a lot of the cybercrime goes unreported. I mean, only last week, Detective Superintendent Neil Jones from the Greater Manchester Police estimated that cybercrime is costing UK businesses a staggering £17 billion a year. That's more than the budget for the entire police force of the UK.
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
Yeah, awful.
What kind of cyber attacks do businesses suffer most?
For businesses, common attacks are invoice hijacking. That's where the business email address has been compromised and doctored invoices are sent to suppliers and customers with changed bank details. I mean, only last week in Manchester, a local charity sadly became a victim of this fraud and with losses of over £5,000. Another common attack is phishing. There's been a staggering increase in COVID-related phishing attacks on businesses offering PPE that never gets delivered. And then ransomware attacks. An example was a ransomware attack against a credit management company who demanded £350,000 worth of bitcoins and threatened to release stolen data. I mean, these are just a few examples. I don't know whether you saw in the news this week, MJ, Claire's Accessories suffered a card skimming attack. It was Mage Cart. And Wiggle Cycles, and I'm a cyclist, have had all their customer accounts compromised. So people have been buying cycling shorts on other people's accounts. So now more than ever in this pandemic, with businesses selling more and more goods online, it's absolutely vital that we keep and we take steps to protect ourselves. And we tend to hear in the news about the big companies, you know, the EasyJets and so on. But it's not just big companies. Don't think it won't happen to you.
No, exactly. That's just a quick example. Last night, I received a text message, a phishing saying that my PayPal account has been suspended with a URL. And following the URL, it takes your date of birth, your name, your PayPal account, your password. It's a proper phishing account.
It's awful. And one of my girlfriends posted on Facebook last night. She'd been a victim of a phishing attack. Somebody claiming to be from Track and Trace, and that she'd been near somebody who had COVID, and that she needed to urgently get a kit to get tested, and it was £50, and they needed the card number. When she said no, they got really nasty with her and said, well, you know, you'll go to prison and you're breaking the law. And so they're using all these horrible tactics to try and lure people.
It's definitely on the rise, and it's definitely closer than what people.
Yeah.
So moving on, what are the benefits to businesses of Cyber Essentials?
Well, once you've been certified, you're able to use the logo. And I think this is seen as a mark of trust. You can demonstrate to your clients and your customers and your suppliers and anyone you deal with that they're going to be reassured that you've taken steps to secure yourself against cyber attacks. Of course, it also may stand out and give confidence to potential new customers, attracting business with the promise you've put cyber security measures in place. The added bonus is that you also get some free cyber insurance.
Brilliant. And how do businesses become Cyber Essentials certified?
Well, MJ, it's just so easy. Once registered, we provide them with a login to the portal where you answer a series of questions around cybersecurity practices. This then gets assessed, and the answers based on certain criteria. And if the business passes, they're issued with the certification. If they fail, there is a certain amount of time where you can rectify your answers and reissue the questions. Resubmit the questions.
Yeah.
Prior to undertaking the assessment, we also offer an additional service where we help businesses carry out a practice run and advise on what needs doing to address any issues. And this ensures that you pass your certification first time without the need to address those issues and resubmit.
They're very simple and definitely worth doing. And $1 million.
Another thing to mention, which I think is really valuable, MJ, is that if you're tendering for government contracts, there is often a requirement to have Cyber Essentials in place. So it's something to really consider. It is really worth doing. Definitely.
And coming to $1 million question, how much does it cost?
Well, it's not $1 million, thankfully. It's an annual event, and it's a bit like an MOT on your car. It costs only £300 plus VAT to carry out the certification each year.
Oh, perfect. Well, £300 doesn't sound a lot of money compared to the billions being lost by businesses over cyber attacks. And MOT is actually a good analogy that you use, because you may get away with a couple of years not having the MOT your annual service, but you're definitely increasing the risk of a breakdown further down the line. And it's a good thing to think about. Definitely.
And a bit like an MOT makes your car fit for purpose, fit for the road. You're saying to your clients that you're fit to sort of trade online and to do business with. So it is really expensive versus the alternative of falling victim to scams.
Exactly. Thank you so much for this interview. And just one final thing I'd like to add. I think the cost is always a trade-off in cybersecurity. Businesses always push the cost to the end of the list of their expenditures, and that's why they get victimized. And that's why companies like yourself, CDL, and CRCB as non-profit, we offer affordable cybersecurity services. And Cyber Essentials, it's very affordable for a business, and it gives a great protection against cybercrime. I think that should be, we should push that message to businesses in the community.
Definitely. Yeah, most definitely. It really is inexpensive compared to the cost of having to recover from these scams that are going around. So yeah, but thank you for speaking to me.
This pleasure is all mine.
Thank you.